thing I want to do is, as always, is give my Creator all the honor, glory, and praise. This might be kind of a lengthy video. I'm trying to piece a couple of them together, but hope everyone's having a great day. This is January 19th, 2003. I'm gonna play part. I'm gonna let you listen to this video, a little bit of this about the son. This brother in Steve Fletcher done this video, but I'm gonna let y'all listen to this for a minute, then I'll go to something else after I get this done. It's talking about the son. Okay, I'm gonna stop that right there and turn the sound off. Y'all can just read that if you want to while I'm talking, maybe. But AR 130. So the God's word says there'll be signs in the sun, moon, and stars at the end of time. And so what? This is AR 3190. Is the name of this sunspot, and we've been getting a lot of CMEs and X class solar flares. Probably past 4 or 5 years. But yeah, there was a. But anyway, it's if you I'm gonna put a guy's link in the video. I mean, in the description box, a couple of these links to some of these guys that talks about what's going on really in the earth. I went outside last night, I looked up at the stars, and the Big Dipper was just right there. I mean, it was the sky, the firmament or the expanse is closing in on us, so that we live in a torus field, and that thing's it's about to shift. It's about to come together in reverse, and you can see it by looking at the stars every night. I've been following them for years, and the sky is getting closer and closer together. And the clouds, if you'll notice, there's the clouds are starting to get lower and lower to the ground. It's kind of like a canopy up there that's closing in on us. That torus field's fixing to reverse. This is part of the end times. The Hopi prophecies and stuff like that, they talk about it. They all have the similar story. But anyway, I'm just gonna, before I make this too long, I looked that up in Strong's. You notice that AR, I'm just thinking, that's where I was born, Arkansas. AR, that's the abbreviation for it. Well, when you look it up, it's Malia, uh, the son of Malia, the son of Mina. Right there, another place where I was born. Okay. Um, I mean, that's where I was born, Mena, Arkansas. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. I ain't saying that's a sign or anything really like that, but I believe it is. I believe that because I can show y'all a video I did for my thoughts, created a video that I made. And it's one of my very first videos, Rapture Cloud with the Sun in it. But anyway, I'm going to go on with something else. All right. 3 days ago, I heard about this comet, E3 ZTF 2023 or something like that. Let's see here. Maybe it tells right here. But I went to researching it on Stellarium, and I found it. And um, anyway, can you y'all excuse me just for a second? Sorry about that. I went to researching this out, and here it is. E or C22 E3 ZTF. All right. That Steve Fletcher made a video about it. He thought it come down and crowned the serpents, because this comet come right through here. It went into this. It's Corona Borealis is the crown right there. It comes in, and I don't think it gets out of this constellation. It comes down, and it goes right to the edge of it, and it looks like it picks it up, and it's carrying right over. It goes right over this constellation Boots, and it cuts right. I think it crowns Boots. I think that's what this done. But when it done this, I want y'all to watch a little bit of this video right here. They're talking about this, and that was um, they done a video on it. This lady here. Well, my computer ain't won't act right. All right.
The F, called 2022 E3, plays a very important role in the fulfillment of the prophecies of the second coming of Jesus as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The path of this comet remarkably forms a giant sickle in the hand of Orion and illustrates the harvest of grapes for the winepress of God's wrath. This comet is one of 3 prominent comets to pass through the small Horologium constellation, the pendulum clock of the southern sky, where it strikes the pendulum twice as Jesus rules the nations with a rod of iron. There is much more to learn about the prophetic significance of this comet.
Okay, I had followed that. I had traced that comet out all the way, went over to the crown. I think it crowned Boots, the constellation of Boots. And let's see who Boots is. All right, and this is the Hebrew story of it, the witness of the stars. This is really good, interesting. I'll put a link to this one in the description box. But let's go down and see what these people that have studied the ancient parts, ancient stars, and the witness of the stars, and it's showing. See, there's a crown right there, and that's that same where this come down and that comet come down and picked up that crown, and I think it went over to Boots. Y'all just kind of have to bear with me on this video because I didn't think it was that far down, but right here, Boots, I think this is it. And I didn't know Orion and that other clock. I didn't know Orion stood for a clock too. It does something. Boots, the coming one. This constellation still further develops wondrous personage. It is pictured as a man walking rapidly with a spear in his right hand and a sickle in his left hand. All right, there's still more. Boots, the coming one. The Greeks call him Botes, I think, or something. I don't know how they pronounce that, but anyway, which is from the Hebrew root bo, which means to come, meaning the coming. And here's for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world in righteousness and the people with his truth. It is probable that the ancient name was Arcturus. The name is the brightest star, means he cometh. The ancient Egyptians call him Smat, which means one who rules, subdues, and governs. They also call him Baal, a reminiscent more of ancient, which also means the coming one. The star in the head is the branch treading underfoot. The star, there's another one that means the coming forth as an arrow, the preserver, guardian. The star is one of the other stars in this constellation, means who separates. Um, the pierced, that's another one. Nectar, the pierced, like the pierced one, who bruises. Anyway, the first book of Genesis closes up first chapter of the of the first book. This shows us a person of the promised seed from the beginning to the end, from the first promise of the birth of the child in Bethlehem, the final coming, the great judge and harvester to reap the harvest of the earth. This was the vision which was afterwards shown to John the Revelator. And when he says, I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and the one sat on him looked like the Son of Man. He had a golden crown, had a sharp sickle. Another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice, and thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time has come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle in the earth, and the earth was reaped. So I'm saying that I'm an, I'm saying that I believe it's announcing that the earth is fixing to be harvested. You know, I mean, I believe that's what it's showing to me. They started doing that, but what really, whenever whenever I researched it out more, let me show you this images. This website here done. Um, it's talking about Elijah. This got to do with Elijah and the way to heaven. It's, here's the way the stars are really set up. This is why they say it's Elijah that this star is talking about. It's Elijah announcing the coming one. And I'm gonna put a link to this because this is really interesting stuff right here. All right, there's two more comets coming into this same to the clock. This clock is set at 10:10, which a lot of people says looks like a V, like for victory. And then they've got all, you know, 3 or 4 different things for this. And if y'all will notice, a lot of commercials and stuff that do these watches have they'll show up set these clocks at 10:10. The two more comets in. One is called BB, the Divine King, a comet coming this March. I think it's going right to this same clock. And one of them is coming, which is supposed to mean the blood of Christ is coming in. And it makes us symbols right here, 3 of them. So I thought that was really interesting, you know, about this comet that makes that looks like a sickle to harvest the earth. And that's what I'm, and it's at 10:10. This clock, this is in the heavens, a constellation, you know. And anyway, I'm just going to show you a few examples maybe of this. Apple set their watch at 10:9 to be different or something instead of 10:10, but they all, you know, show 10:10 really right. Um, I just thought that was interesting about the whole sun thing. The sunspot come up, and it's AR3 190, and then they're talking about this comet and what the path that it's taken, and it's never been here before. That they no, it's never been recorded before. This E3 ZTF, but I'm just saying it's getting time. I watched the sky closing in on us, friends. I mean, I believe if you know, I believe Jesus came in the and he when he resurrected, he got his glorified body, as you would call it. So if there is such a thing as reincarnation, I don't think he reincarnated after that. If I mean, because he was the Son of God, he come here for a purpose. He got his glorified body, and he's coming back. And I believe literally that the Bible also means that he will come and harvest. You know, some people say, "Oh, it's all in your chakras and all that." You know, they're saying that's all that's about is that you're supposed to find God within yourself. But I believe that I was raised to know Jesus Christ as a person, as a redeemer, you know, and I just kind of don't believe that all that. Now I know there is such a thing as a chakra system and all that, and I know that you can spiritually, uh, you know, adjust them chakras or whatever. I believe all that, but I also believe that there's a real Jesus coming in the clouds. The Bible says he's coming in the clouds, and we'll see him. Every eye will see him, you know. So I think he's coming 2 different times, you know, from my study. But I just believe this is announcing it that the end of this cycle, this age. They say every 12,000 years, a cycle, this Earth does a cycle where they say the poles switch, the North and South Pole, or the positive and the negative. So anyway, I hope it. I'm kind of having a hard time talking today a little bit, but I hope you understand this. And I'm gonna leave some links so y'all can research it yourself. And I want to thank y'all for coming to my channel. I don't know if I missed anything or not, or really. I think I really said about everything, but I'm gonna ask y'all to like and share my videos, and it helps if you press the like button for other people to see it. So anyway, thank y'all for coming to my channel.